Hi patrons. Well, I thoroughly screwed up that first video, didn't I? You should be able to watch it now. What I didn't realise is it had to be uploaded from YouTube as an unlisted, not a private video. So I have now put it to unlisted and you should be able to watch it. Please let me know if you can't and I will remove it from Patreon and re-upload. In fact, I might have to do that. So can you let me know if you have viewed it or not? I would really appreciate that. Now, I'm writing a book, okay? So, and it's called It Took 3 for Paws, and it's about my previous pack of 3 dogs, Zelly, Inky and YY. Now, obviously, I know none of you would do anything deliberately to hurt me, but I'm not going to sit here and read chapter after chapter. I've only written 1 chapter, so, you know. But, so excuse any emotion, because my voice is going to crack. I find it very hard to read, but I would like to read you the first chapter, and it is from the puppy's point of view, okay? This is chapter 1, and it's about Zelly, okay? So, bear with me. If you get bored, you can click off, I don't mind. I was doing dog stuff round the farm as 8-week-old dogs do. Suddenly I was picked up like my dam used to and unceremoniously dumped in front of 2 strange 2-legged things called people. The male was tall but weak of mind. The short female smelt wrong, but her eyes told me she saw my soul as I saw hers. She was broken somehow in a way only dogs know to be wrong. She was very no-nonsense and picked me up in a different way. I liked it. I felt safe with her. Then I was carried to a metal box like the farmer used, and rather than being tossed in the back, she carefully got in the back and sat with me, letting me sniff. Oh, my tummy hurt. Maybe cat waste wasn't a good choice. I was going to be sick. Oh no, I'll be in trouble. There it was beside her, but no telling off. Now you'll feel better, the female said, and I slept. It was a long ride in the car. Yes, that's what these people called it, a car. Why didn't people just run? People are odd, I thought. The female put her hand on my shoulders and back. Oh, it felt good. Good girl, she said. So this is how I met she, who I know as Mummy, though he calls her Laura. My mummy was ill, but she put a collar on with a bell and showed me some trees and grass. Inside our kennel, it was not big, but warm, and I needed to pee. I had to go. No, she said, and carried me to the grass. Okay, I made a mistake. This inside thing was new to me. I sniffed inside and found where she peed, and went there next time. No, she said, and took me to the grass again. I think she wants me to pee only on grass, I thought. I went to sleep beside the female. He seemed to have no idea what dogs needed. Afraid, unsure. When I woke, she picked me up, took me to the grass, and made noise and patted the grass. I peed and I heard, good, good girl, and she stroked me, and her energy shone. I liked her like that. I never peed inside again. She always knew when I needed to go. I know this now as housebreaking. Food was good too. It was always dark when Mum got up to take me out. She made lots of vocal noises. Soon I learnt from her, tone and energy, what she wanted. If I did good, I got a snack. She knew things even my dam never did. I was learning to learn, and I loved it. Then she started teaching him. It was what she wanted, so I did it. This was the beginning of what I now know as agility and obedience training, and I liked it a lot. Mum and me did obedience, just us, and I was glad. I started to understand noises called words. Mum taught me many, many new words, and for each word I had to sit or go to her or walk beside her. I liked exploring with Mum. She showed me about roads and to walk in pace with her. But why did Mum think I need this lead thing? On our morning dark walk, I put my paws on her hip and looked deep in her eyes, willing her to trust me. Yes, she understood and took the lead. I took the lead in my mouth and carried it by her side. She shone so very brightly, it made me feel warm, happy and safe. That dark morning walk, a bond was formed that would last forever. He didn't understand we dogs, how we dogs looked at body language, and he flicked his hand so I thought I was meant to cross the road. Idiot Mel nearly got me run over, only she was so quick and firmly said no to me. Once back home, Mum and the tall male had words. Mum spoke to him like a puppy. That day she laid down rules for him. Soon life became fun, and we went by car to many places, and I did learning every day. One day obedience, one day agility. Though Mum, I later learnt, taught me differently to other agility dogs. She taught me to run fallen trees, to jump a small stream, to climb steep slopes. Mum always praised me and gave me snacks, but she shone inside when I did good. I could spend many sleeps telling of all I learnt. Mum made me strong, and I felt safe. Most importantly, though, was the ill sense was beginning to fade, just a little. Mum wanted me to see and try competition equipment, so took me to agility class, not for learning, but to use their stuff. Mum sat in the car, and he worked with me, but I will never understand why he wouldn't walk courses first. After all, even we dogs need to know when to turn and when to jump. I never won, but nor did I make any mistakes. It was all his fault. Soon we moved to a bigger kennel, and as my mum had promised me, I got my own safe garden to play in. I loved her. I was 1 year old by now, and very settled. Yet though Mum smelt far less ill, she still was fighting. I like to think I helped her recover. Her spirit energy was much stronger, yet he resented that. You people are odd. I know now he was jealous of me and Mum. What nonsense, I thought. One day we all set out on a long car journey, like when I met Mum. We went to a farm, and Mum asked another female if it was okay to bring me too. To my dismay, there was a bitch and her litter. What was going on? Mum sat on the grass and was surrounded by the puppies, and one laid next to her. Mum gave paper stuff, and we all got in the car, just like when I first met Mum. This pup was younger than I had been. I sniffed her and found a calmness, good choice for a Mum. But I didn't really want to share my Mum, and to my shame I sulked. The pup Mum named Inky. So, there you have it, the first chapter. I got through that quite well. So, your opinions, people. I won't read another chapter out of it because it is really tough on me. Like wearing glasses is really unattractive. But, what's your opinion? Do you think it's a good way to start the book off? Is because it is really just the introduction of the characters, and because I got the pups a year apart, so there was Inky, and a year later there was Selly, then a year later there was Inky, and a year later there was YY, who passed us in March. And those three dogs, and I can't emphasise enough, put a very, very sick me and a very damaged me back together, and I owe so much to them, and I think it's a story worthy of telling. Though it'll be hard for me because it involves so much to do with cancer, rape, abuse, and all sorts of really rather nasty things, but it's how those dogs got me through it. And in reality they saved my life twice. Once from a fire, and the second time when someone was trying to get at me to really cause me damage, and Inky had them pinned for 13 hours, and you just have to respect dogs like that. I hope you found this of some interest, and I'll be interested in any feedback. Thanks very much, patrons.